Okay, we're going to do just a quick unboxing of the Vortex Spitfire 3-time prism scope. Just doing this one-handed with my camera because I don't have my GoPro ready. It's all full of vacation crap, so I'm just gonna kind of roll on my gun since it's so pimp. So I put together this okay, lower half here is the Rock River Arms lower receiver, Black Rain Ordnance upper in nickel boron, matching Aries Armor bolt courier group in nickel boron. This is Midwest Industries Key Mod lightweight handguard. It is the second lightest handguard on the market in aluminum. This is a, I can't remember where I got this barrel from, but a 5R barrel with melanite finish and a cheap muzzle flash device. So we won't spend a whole lot of time on the gun itself, but the Vortex Spitfire 3-time scope, I bought this from Scheels. The only reason I bought it from Scheels is because I have a Scheels card that I get money from them every time I use their card somewhere else, and so I buy crap with it and pay it off before any interest hits, and they send me $25 every now and then in gift cards. Really, at a cost at Scheels of $379 or something like that. Plus we got to pay Uncle Sam here, you know, so I had to pay the sales tax on this as well. So yeah, like we were in the 700 and I think it was $750 sales price plus 20 some dollars for taxes. Do yourself a huge favor, get Amazon Prime, stop paying the federal government and state governments to waste your money on crap that you don't need. Get your stuff free. You know, I get free 2-day shipping. See my dog over there? They bring a 50-pound pound of dog food up directly to my doorstep. I don't have to get in my car. We don't pay taxes on any of that. Wally! Oh, look at he's handsome. So really, that's one way to start screwing the government back. And you should do it. Amazon Prime, become a member. It will be worth your money. Okay, so Spitfire Prism scope instruction manual. And we'll go through this real quick. Oh yeah. So kind of just trying to go fast. There's the scope. Got some caps, battery compartment, reticle focus, blah blah blah. The one thing that I want to turn to that I know is in here because I skimmed through it is here's some prism scope adjustments, the reticle focus, elevation windage is how when they talk about that, mounting the Spitfire. So here's the deal on this. This is what your reticle is going to look like. So please focus for me. There. 100 to 200 yards, you're going to be right there on that top crosshair. And then so you've got drop. I don't know. I'm not going to use the right words, but that way you're going to be able to eyeball out to 200, 300, 400 and deal with your holdovers. So what else before we get to the actual scope? This is kind of cool. It's going to talk about ranging, and this is what it's doing here to give you a range that's a profile. So shoulder width on the crosshair of that T is going to be your 200 yard mark. So that kind of gives you an idea. Like it said in the other page, 100 to 200 yards. They're saying it's not going to drop. You're going to use that same crosshair, but anything under that, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on to the actual thing. Alright, so here we have one Vortex Spitfire. We got these, this is one thing that they did update. I guess enough people kind of made mention that if you take these off, these are for windage here, and if you were to take this off and this off at the same time, that this little retaining strap then would be completely free floating, and you could lose both of them. So it defeated the point of the retaining strap, at least to some extent. So they have mounted it actually through, so you're not going to have to worry about doing that anymore, even though it was your fault because you were negligent, idiot. Also, we've got a couple of rails here, so you can put your little red dot if you want to roll on that. This here, they have one on both sides. I think the total weight on this is somewhere around 15 ounces, so you can definitely lighten up an ounce or two right there. We're gonna flip up. And I'm gonna go to see if we can get what we look like on, this is a lower setting of green, what my reticle's gonna look like. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. See if I can get it to focus here. It's kind of hard. Eye relief is actually excellent on this, but it's very, very crisp and clear. And I did pull out an ACOG and did a side-by-side. And you may not believe me. I know a lot of people aren't going to believe me. But I felt like the eye relief was a touch better with this than the ACOG. Sorry, ACOG fans. So that's the that was the number 2 setting there. We're gonna roll it up to 5, the brightest setting on the green, and this is gonna go from red to green. Ooh, there we go. And all these weird shadows, these are not happening in real life. I'm doing the best I can. It's not gonna get any better than that. It's very bright. The 0 setting is very not bright. So in between, there's that's where some complaints come in. I do want to show one of the good things about this. I don't know if this will help if I try to. There we go. You can kind of see it there. So man, it's just hard with a camera. That's etched. Right, so if your battery goes dead, you're good to go. We're gonna flip around real quick. We'll do a red on brightest setting here, so you can see how bright it is. This is running way longer than I was hoping for, guys. So, you know, I don't know. I'm new to this YouTube stuff. See if I can get my little camera to focus here. As good as it gets. I'm seeing absolutely no shadowing. I'm seeing no streaking or what do they call, like a comet effect at all. When I'm looking through this sight with my eyes, it's beautiful. It's not an ACOG. I could have bought an ACOG. You know what I like better was that $1,000 more staying in my bank account. Period. You know, forget it. I mean, I just not gonna do it. I hope ACOG comes down someday, but until they have U.S. government willing to pay them your money, $1,000, to put out their product, they're gonna cost that much. So there again, it's just how the world goes round in the good old USA. I believe that this is an American-made optic. However, the mount is, so that's this bottom part. Some part of the mount is made in China here. We'll get real. I know it's around here somewhere. I saw it. Uh-oh. It's the only thing on my rifle that's not made in America is this little mount. But, you know, I mean, honestly, the reason that the ACOG, in my opinion, costs over $1,000 is because it's government that's paying it, and they're going to continue to take that from them as long as they're willing to pay it, and they're a lot more willing to pay it when they, you know, the one out there breaking their back earning it. So I'll get off my soapbox. That's kind of what she's going to look like when we're done. I'm hoping that I can drop it down and it's going to be lower. Than that. I know that there is a couple different setups where you can lower it. I just like to have a lower scope or optic because of the cheek weld, and it's something that I'm so used to doing with experience in bow hunting, that I like to have 3 points of contact for accuracy purposes. So, and then here's the dealio. This is what I did. Woohoo! That's what I did for. Oh, that's twice. That's funny. Don't tell my wife. This is what I did, and this is a lot of people are gonna ask me, hey, why do you have these weird sights on your gun? I could care less about a co-witness, I suppose. What my main concern was, I did these offset Magpul M-Bus Pro sights because I may at some point go to a much higher magnification than the 3-time. There, you can see them. They're real easy to transfer to. It's just a nice little twist. I love them. So if I go to a higher magnification, I'm gonna have a longer scope. I don't want to have any concern about running into trouble having to remove. I'll always have my backup iron optics should something fog up, crack, break, fail, etc., etc. Also, this will allow me as much room as possible to get this scope, this optic here, as far back on the reel as possible, in consideration of eye relief. But I said excellent eye relief on this, and I think the Spitfire is hard to beat from what we got and from all of the gun porn that I look at online. It's kind of where it's at in a 3-time scope. So thanks a lot, YouTubers, and this should take about 27 years to upload, so I hope you enjoyed viewing it in by the time I'm in the nursing home and stuff. We'll put some rounds for this next week maybe and show you how things work out. And that's all I got. Have a good one.